Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. You never know where your angels are going to come from. I have for a very, very long time found it hard for people to help me. But in the last 20 years or so, I've really had to allow people to help me. And especially in the 13 years I've been doing podcasting, it is something that I learned to let go of, surrender to, and that it wasn't a mark of failure on my side if I accepted help. It wasn't a mark of disgrace or shame, that it truly was okay to let other people help you, because I help people in any way I can. And it's okay if other people help you because that's what they're here to do. So me denying other people helping me was denying them and their meaningful purpose. So through the years, I've had many, many people who have been my angels that have come forth and helped me in so many ways. I've just had another angel visit me today with a gift that is quite astounding. A long-term gift, something that will produce a few years down the road. But then as I get older and get slower and things get more costly, having something like money down the road would be not only peace of mind, affording health, affording to stand on my own 2 feet, so to speak. So you never know where an angel is going to come from. I always thought that allowing, people helping you was a mark of that you couldn't do it yourself. They would only help you if there was an agenda. What did they want from you? That was me for a very, very long time. What do you want from me? What's this going to cost me? Is this given out of your heart, or is this some sort of agenda? And I felt that way for a very, very long time. And then, as I said, through doing these shows and interviewing such incredible people and learning that this was somebody else's meaningful purpose in order to gift something to you, that to deny that was to deny them, became something I became more aware of. It was still hard for me to receive because I still felt a failure. Why couldn't I do it for myself? Why couldn't I get this for myself? And then slowly, slowly, it got chipped away. Small things that led to big things that have led to even greater things. And it's allowing. Now I turned to the universe and I said, universe, I will continue to do this work of interviewing people that have astounding stories and knowledge and wisdom that help other people on their journey of life. This is my calling. This is my passion. This is my meaningful purpose. I will continue to produce books like our Forgotten Children book and our next one, our Forgotten Seniors book. I will continue to do that because money or no money, this is my purpose now. And it's something I've been doing for 13 years and I continue to do it. I've said to the universe, I'll do it until 90. If you are with me, if you provide not only health, enough wealth to keep doing it, because even though I charge people a minimum donation to come on the show and accept donations from other people, it's only enough to keep the network going, not enough to pay me. And yes, that's always been an issue with me because I want this wisdom to get out there with people and to help people and not be held back because they can't afford to buy it or charge people a lot of money to come on air and then be restricted to people that only have the big money and the rah-rah and the 6 figures rather than the people that are coming from heart and soul on a meaningful purpose that have something beautiful to share. I do have a scale thing there. I have a minimum amount of donation to be on my show, but you can pay more if you want to. And recently, one of my guests, Damien Ross, definitely paid me more. Bless him. He said, "You're charging too little." It's always an issue with me. It's not that I don't think I'm worth it. It's I just really want knowledge to be free. Um, and I want to get as much knowledge out there as possible, no matter where it comes from. I don't want money to get in the way. So I leave it up to free will. If somebody wants to support or somebody doesn't want to support, that is their choice, and it has to be because they wish to. So the angels that I've had in my life, of course, my family have been incredible support. My brother, my sister, my mother, they've always been extremely supportive of me. Decisions I've made that have taken me down a cul-de-sac or into a pit, they've always been there to help me out here and there, here and there. And my own daughter and her husband bought me this home I'm in. And yes, I do look after the children. I am there to support them, but I would want to do that anyway. But that's kind of the trade-off. It's their home. I'm just renting it from them, but I live here. It's my place. And I get to be around my little ones, several days a week, and it's watch them grow. And the third one coming along the way, in just 7 weeks, it's going to be 3 little boys running around jumping on Nana. And that is truly enrichment in its own sense. So the gift to me was also a gift to them, and it's a gift giving it all around. And that's the thing is, when we give, you don't give with an agenda. You give because you wish to give. And you know the terminology, Indian giver, you give something and then take it back. Well, we don't accept that. When you give something, you've got to give it from the heart. If you lend somebody money, don't expect it back. Let it be a surprise if it comes back, unless it is a legitimate loan done, through the proper channels with a, you've lent somebody big money for a down payment on a house or a business, then that's a totally different thing. Lawyers need to be involved. But I'm talking about if you lend somebody money, and you expect it back, and then they become the enemy because they can't pay you back, then, you shouldn't have lent it. Just give the money and say, when you can, pay me back. Don't expect the money back. It's a very pleasant surprise when it does come back, because maybe they're not able to. Maybe it's not in their nature to. They just take instead of giving back. But, it's only give what you're willing to let go of, right? Not what you want to still hold on to. And don't give more than what you can afford, or that's going to cause you to suffer. That's not what we do. We don't support other people if it costs us too much. It's got to be something that we freely do in whichever way we do it, because we truly wish to help, but also because we are okay to let go of whatever it is we're doing for somebody and not expect a return. Maybe they won't return it to you, but they'll pay it forward to someone else, and that's okay too. So when we ask the universe, please help me, please provide, please show me the way, please this and that, it's then get out of the way and be ready to receive. It will come always in the most unexpected places. And believe me, I know. Today's gift, which I won't talk about more than that today, but from a beautiful woman who was gifted something herself. And now that gift has grown into a beautiful harvest. She is sharing that harvest with other people, and I'm included in that harvest, which I am absolutely honored by. She's paying it forward. It isn't about, what we're seeing right now in society, where the rich just want to get richer and richer and richer, weighed down by their gold, so insecure by their gold and the power that it gives them, and the lack of their soul and their heart and their spirit just completely, it's cost them all of that. And it's at the expense of other people that are struggling. But what we see is people that have struggled, that are struggling, are the ones that turn around and help somebody else because they understand. They know what it's like. And it's like, I will help you the best I can to relieve your pain and suffering. because somebody's done it for them, or that they're just willing to do it for someone else because they're suffering more than them. We always see those people step up. And boy, are they stepping up right now, because what's going on in a couple of countries at the present moment is just absolutely disgraceful. The occupants will come along. I'm sorry, their cup will have a hole in it and they're going to lose everything. And when they lose everything, there won't be anybody there for them, certainly not other rich people. And then they will find out exactly what they did to other people. That is called karma. And we don't have to inflict that karma. Karma will be inflicted on them in its own way. It knows what to do. It's got its job, and the karma will be inflicted. But in the meantime, we need to stand up and hold people accountable for what they're doing, and stand up for those that are being mistreated, and make sure that we come together. We come together to make that difference. So if we can't gift money, if we can't gift something that's going to make somebody's life better, what we can gift is our time. Maybe it is just following on social media and being supportive, being there. I'm here, I'm with you, I'm sending you my love, I'm sending you my support, or sharing something that people need to know. Let's stand up against this. Are you aware of what's going on? This is participation. So you maybe cannot share much of your time in other ways, or money, because you don't have much yourself, but you can share support. And we need to kind of calculate time in our week to make sure that we are there to support. If you can't physically go and volunteer somewhere, volunteer through social media or other mediums to promote, to support, to make aware. And that's a contribution. Is that we can't sit back and go la la la. Every single one of us is being required to step up. I do charge people to be on my show, but I do not charge charities or people that have very little money but have such an enriched story to share. Because their story needs to be told. It's going to empower someone else, and I'm not going to have that be held back because of their lack of money. But if you have a business and you can't afford to pay me, then there has to be some, quid pro quo going on. I have found, it used to be the fortune teller, you need to cross the hand with silver. It's called the exchange, and everything is an exchange, everything is a transaction. And when we do good for others, the good to us may not come from them, it may come from other people, which is most certainly what it has been for me. It's always come from different sources. I have a wonderful girlfriend called Jan, who has always been there for me. I've known her now coming up 41 years, and we each had 3 children, and our children are very intertwined in each other's lives. And my God, this woman has been there for me. She has just been exceptional. And just an incredible soul, incredible spirit. And without those kind of people, you constantly feel that you're just giving, 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 and nobody's watering your tank. And then somebody comes along and says, I see you, I see what you're doing. I'm going to water your tank. I'm going to fortify you. I'm going to help you in whatever way. The wonderful Eddie, who I had on a little while ago, we were talking about security in your business, cyber security in your business, how to protect it. That's what he does. He used to do it for the big companies. Now he does it for smaller companies, on how to protect their systems online, because everything is online. Even if you have bricks and mortars, you still got to have an internet presence. And he sets it up to make sure that you are secure. And that's his passion. And I was moving my site over to another server, and I ran into a huge, big problem. And the problem is that for some reason my site was too big for this new server, and I was getting different information all the time. And now this is not my strength, folks. It's not my strength to, I can do all the editing of my shows. I can do many things, but certain things are just beyond me. And so 44 hours on various chats, trying to find out how to do it and what to do, and being told something different every time. Dear Eddie came to my rescue, and he and his team are moving my site over, or have moved my site over, and rescued me because I think I gained a few more gray hairs in doing that. And it's like, it would have cost me a fortune to hire someone to do that. And bless him, it's like, no, don't worry, I'm there for you. And that's what community is. That's what community is being there for each other in any which way we can. Is how do we step up? How do we step out? How do we embrace? How do we support? And how do we allow other people to help us? The past me would have been, well, what does he want? And now it is just, I'm exceedingly grateful for the time and effort that you have spent on me. And I will pay it forward in other ways. It just allows me to continue to do what I do. And that's the thing, is that we're all here to support one another. We're all here to lift each one of us up. We're all here to make this village strong. And that means we've all got to step up for each other. And if, somebody needs help, like, the Amish, when somebody gets married, what do? The whole community comes together and builds a barn. And that barn is there to help, create a barn where they will have their animals and this, that, but it is the community coming to celebrate their union and giving support. And of course, anything else that goes on, they're there to support. Do I agree with everything of the Amish? No, but I do respect their commitment to each other, to support one another. And I think this is the one thing that we've kind of lost along the way. We've forgotten how to be there for each other. It became very much about me, myself, and I, which we're seeing evidence right now across the board with the opulent billionaires. We're seeing other billionaires giving away 90% of their fortune. They don't want to be associated with those hog billionaires who are looking for power, manipulation, and greed. They have made their money, and they respect how they've made their money, and now they're using that money to seed possibilities for other people. And that is what we should be doing. They've taken enough money for themselves. How much money can you spend in a lifetime? And now it's like they're taking that excess money and pouring it into areas that need supporting, because you're not just supporting areas, you're supporting people. And when we support people and allow them to believe in their own creativity and give them that opportunity to seed opportunities, we see things that are just mind-blowing. And when we get behind people and enrich people, we make them abundant, which makes the community abundant, which makes the world abundant. People hoarding their money, hoarding and power over other people are depleters, not just of your money, but of your well-being, of your soul, heart, and spirit, but also of any form of creativity. And we go back in time, we do not move forward. And we need to always be moving forward and evolving up to a higher plane of consciousness, a higher plane of understanding. And only when we do that do we as a human race grow. There's been so much thunder and war and hate and opulence and greed and power going on for so many years, thousands of years, that really it's time for man to put down the arms and realize that there is so much more empowerment and power to be had in empowering others, in putting time and money behind technology and solutions, in investing in people so they can be all that they are designed and meant to be, in supporting communities, their infrastructure, their health, their well-being, their education, their exuberation, and understanding that watering and seeding those opportunities is what's going to make the world a better place. So wherever we're at, this is where we need to be. And kindness is something that costs nothing, absolutely nothing, but pays dividends, absolute dividends. And when we prove and Be kind to one another. That ripple effect of kindness just ignites other people, lifts them up, lifts their heart up, lifts their spirit up, lifts their soul up. And when you lift people up and you elevate them up to that higher level, that is when you start seeing growth exponentially across the board. So whether you have money to give, you can give kindness at any time. You can do the old pay it forward at the coffee bar. I'm paying for the next person's coffee, or I'm paying for that person who's short and can't afford their coffee, or I am buying somebody a coffee I see outside that's begging. And he's not begging because he's an opulent billionaire. He's begging because he's down and out. And he doesn't need a handout, he needs a hand up. But at least what we can do is a coffee and a bit of food to sustain them if we can't help them in any other way. But sometimes all we need to do is talk to them, have a conversation. How did they get here? Who are they? Can we see any possibility? Do we know anybody that can help them? See, the only when we decide to talk to each other can we actually see what we need to do. And that's something that's very important, because if we don't invest in people, if we don't invest in planet, if we don't invest in each other, we all go bankrupt, every single one of us. So if somebody gives you something, however big or small, and it's come from the heart, embrace it as gold, embrace it as a diamond, embrace it as something that's given with love and kindness and consideration. It isn't always about you paying them back, unless it's a loan. It is about paying it forward. If they haven't exuberated you, how do you pass that exuberance on? And when people give, don't give for accolades, don't give for a return. Give because you want to give because you can give because you care, give because it makes a difference, whatever it is you're giving. And I'm not just talking money, I'm talking support, I'm talking kindness, I'm talking consideration. And one of the greatest things that you can give is your time, your loving time, your caring time, your considerate and compassionate time. You know, Facebook goes, what's one word that would change the world, or what one word you would like to see happen in the world? Oh, and mine is compassion. I think if we all step into compassion of one another, if we truly, you may not agree, but you understand. You may not particularly like, but you care. If we can step into compassion, that doesn't mean we're not holding people accountable. It doesn't mean that we're not righting the wrongs, but sometimes we have to understand where those wrongs coming from. They're coming from people who are injured. They're coming from people who are scared. Now it's up to them to decide to step up and heal themselves. Nobody else can heal them. We can give them the tools, the support, the wind beneath their wings. But if they're not willing to do the work, then nobody else can help them. It's up to them, and it's up to each and every one of us. But if people choose to stay in hate, in violence, in fear, in anger, in soullessness, we can't help them. All we can do is shed the light, show them there's a different path forward. They have to walk it. But we can send them loving energy. May they awaken. May they see the light. May they see the error of their ways. May their anger leave them. May their hate leave them. May their fear leave them. We can wish that for them. We can will that for them. But they have to take the steps. We can't do that for them. So, who are your angels? I've had many through the years. Little angels, big angels, lifelong angels, angels that make a huge significance. Jan, who's now 41 years, just incredible support, morally, financially, physically, just a beautiful woman. Linda, who's just gifted me an incredible gift, which I can't talk more about, but just unbelievable. And Eddie, who came to my rescue. And they do it because they care. They care. I'm taking time away from them, from their business, and yet they have invested time in me to help me out. My God, isn't that a wonderful gift? Isn't that amazing? Go listen to Eddie's show here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just put in Eddie, and he talks about that cyber technology. But he comes from that place where working for the big man, learned everything he needed to learn. And go, but who is paying attention to the smaller man, the small company, the mid-sized company? They're not big enough for the big companies, so they're left to their own. So he decided to step up and help, because helping is in his heart. And I've been gifted that heart. So for all the people that help us along the way, all the people that support us, all the people that cheer us on, all the people that advocate for you, all the people that offer you a hand, up, out, around, for all the people that are there for you, thank you. And thank you to all the people that have been there for me through my time. I wouldn't be where I am without you. I would not be able to do what I'm doing without you. I would not be a person of meaningful purpose without you. And I thank you for your contribution. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your love. And may I pay it forward the best way I can, because that's what it's all about. So, who are your angels? Because I know they are all around. Have you acknowledged them? Have you said thank you? Have you, when you've got your feet firmly on the ground, gone and paid that forward? Because sometimes the thank you is gold. Thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for helping me. It's 2 words, but said with full on heart is felt. But then paying it forward to someone else. And you never know, that person that's giving today may need you tomorrow, because life is topsy-turvy. It's a roller coaster. One moment we're up, the next moment we're down. And they may need you then, and that's when you step up. But that's what it's all about, folks. Helping each other, being there for each other. Because without each other, we are nothing. And going nowhere and achieving naught. So let's be there for each other in every which way we can. Because if this isn't a call right now to humanity to step up, to change it up, to stand up against the tyranny, to ignite our heart and soul and spirits to a higher consciousness, and to be there for each other, then I don't know what is. So until next time, folks, acknowledge your angels. Become an angel. Be aware, because when you're aware, you care. And when you care, you do something about it. But the one thing is, you can never be unaware again. Until next time, folks, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there, and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration, it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.